everybody, Ira Miller here for Central Florida Farms and Land, powered by I Am Realty. So today I want to show you my latest listing, Paneola Ranch. Now this is a country gentleman's equestrian estate potential, and you're going to love what you see out here. This is 175 acres of pristine farmland and water preserve. Paneola Ranch is a very special piece of property in the fact that it has a lot of potential pasture land in it, and the location is great. We are out here in Citra. Citra's just north of Ocala, and as we know, Ocala is the horse capital of the world. It has the World Equestrian Center, and now of late, the Jockey Club has just been purchased by the Roberts family, who developed World Equestrian Center. So they're gonna really make that a showcase area. It's only 15 miles straight down 316. So we are right on 316 right here. So if you just followed 316 15 miles to the west, you'd run right into the Jockey Club. So somebody who is a real horse enthusiast, who's an equestrian person, and would really want to impress their friends with their very own 175-acre estate, this is for you. Now, last but certainly not least, this is the envy of the whole property. This property has a 3,000-foot-long grass FAA approved runway. So if you have your own airplane, you can land and take off on your very own airstrip right here. So that horse enthusiast who's also a pilot, who would want to have their own airplane right at their homestead, this is the place for you. Before we get started inside, I just want to go ahead and point out what you can possibly do if you were inclined to do so. All the way down 316, you can go ahead and you can subdivide this land and make different parcels for people to be able to access right off of 316 to their very own equestrian estates or just private homestead. So this property does have the potential of being subdivided. It is, like I said, 175 acres. You could easily start sectioning off 10-acre parcels and sell those off. All right, let's go ahead and go on inside and check out the rest of it. We're gonna walk down a little bit. I wanna show you some of the awesome property that we have right here at the entrance. This is the property I was talking about that we could section off if you wanted to. It does have your 3-board fence going down here, and there are some fences down in the middle of the property as well, sectioning off part of the property. So I really want to give you a good idea of how beautiful this property is. It is nature in the raw, actually. I mean, what you can do if you start trimming up some of these trees, limbing them up is what we call it, then you could really get a really nice, good feeling for what this property has the potential for. So as I said in the beginning, all this property down here could all be sectioned off for equestrian estates, 5-acre parcels, 10-acre parcels. The possibilities are endless for this beautiful property here. It's all high and dry. The soil looks like really good buildable soil out here. So I don't see any problem building your equestrian estate out here on this property. And if somebody else wanted to build, if you wanted to section it off and have somebody else build their equestrian estates out here, this is what it's all about. This is a very, very special piece of property, as I keep saying. Let's go ahead and go on down the road and to the middle of the property. And I just want to make note as well, as we go down here, on the other side of all these trees that you see on the left-hand side of the property, that's where your 3,000-foot long grass runway is. And we're going to kind of go ahead and take a look at that too once we get down the road. As you can see, this is a block wall right here. Now, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and knock that wall out of there and put your giant door back in there, like a lot of the aviation estates have, who have these airplane hangars right on their property. Leeward Air Ranch kind of comes to mind. They have a lot of these on their property. Let's go down here and check out the airstrip. Like I said, it's FAA approved. And what we have here is a perfect setting to take off and land with your airplane. We just saw the potential hangar over there that you could go ahead and open back up for your airplane. And then over here on this side, there's actually a canal that was built for the water runoff, so this airstrip doesn't hold water. So this canal takes all the water. The airstrip is actually tilted just ever so slightly to the canal area, and this property actually goes off into that stand of trees over there. All right, so now, let's go ahead and talk about our equestrian estate here. So this is the rest of the runway going down this way. This is where we feel would be a great place to go ahead and put your home, your estate, pastures, paddocks, barns, everything else. And you would have your very own equestrian estate set up over there. Like I said, with your very own airstrip, if you're a pilot. Even if you're not a pilot, you might have friends that are pilots. How cool would that be to have your friends to be able to come in, land on your property, taxi off over here to where the airplane hangar is, and then come for a visit. We're going to go ahead and virtually put a home in this area where you can see what it looks like by putting one of these fabulous homes on this property. So let's go ahead and take a look at that area. All right, so this is the first building pad we were talking about potentially putting a house right here. Looking straight down towards the runway. Over in this area, you can imagine putting a barn out over here in this area, putting your paddocks, pasture land out in there, clearing out the trees where your horses can get out from under the sun and really enjoy this piece of property. Right on the other side of those trees, that's where the water preserve is. You could actually take, instead of putting your house here, put your house back here, clearing that tree line out, and then having that view of the water preserve. There's so much potential, so many options you can do with this property. It's endless. Also, like we talked about, there's other pieces of property over here, other lot sites that you can put a house on, possibly back here. And then right around the corner from the lots that we were just looking at, there's this area as well. You have a nice couple of cabbage palms right here that you could possibly put your home right here and then clear the rest of it out, and then there's your view of the water preserve itself. Now what we're going to do right now for you, we're going to go ahead and put a home virtually on this home site right now. So that gives you a lot to think about, gives you a visual of what you can possibly get out of this property, all these different sites that you can locate a beautiful estate home on. Again, put your paddocks, your pastures, your barn right here. This would be paradise. All right, so how would this scene be? It's in the morning, you're getting your cup of coffee, you wake up, you're sitting on your breakfast nook, and you have this beautiful water preserve that you're looking out from your breakfast nook area in your home. Now, how would you like that every single morning of the day when you just get your day started? This, to me, total privacy, total serenity right here, looking out over your own private water preserve. All right, so these are the potential sites that we feel like would really serve great for a wonderful house. As you've seen, we've put houses on these lots. Let's go ahead and take you up in the drone. I want you to see what it looks like from the air. All right, so there you go. What did you think about this property? This is potentially somebody's private paradise where you can go build a home, overlook that awesome water preserve. You can put in pastures, you can put in barns, you can put in paddocks. This is definitely the property for that special equestrian person, that country gentleman who wants to have their country gentleman estate. This is for you, and your own private airstrip. It just doesn't get any better than that. So go ahead and give us a call at 352-204-9026. You can either call or text on that number, or you can email at ira@imillerrealty.com. It's right down here. And if we can give you a private tour, this is only being shown by a private tour. So if you have your own realtor, have them give us a call. We'll have to meet you out here and we'll show you everything about and tell you everything about this wonderful estate. And thank you so much again for watching this video.